What's up? How y'all doing? Over here where I'm at, it's 10:27, basically 10:30 in the morning. I don't know if you off at your job or whatever. Saturday too. I didn't even know it was Saturday. I don't be keeping up with the days at all, bruh. At all. Like I be too into my brain. But hope y'all doing good. A lot of y'all off, or some of y'all may work the weekend. I don't know. I don't know y'all schedule, but it's a lot of stuff that been going on. A whole lot of stuff. You got your boy Elon Musk chilling with the president with little with little X in the damn White House. Like JFK had this little boy in the White House, like just all type of, I wouldn't say not symbolism, but just similarities of what they showing to people. Like JFK had this little kid in the White House, you know, running around, and then you got Elon Musk with little X. I guess he called his son little X, but in the White House talking to Trump, told Trump. Hey, I don't know if y'all seen that, but little X told Trump to shut up. And why are you here? Ain't no telling how Elon Musk is training his little offspring. Can y'all see me? I'm dark. I'm good. All right. Hope I'm looking better than ever. But whew, whole bunch of stuff going on, right? A whole bunch of stuff going on. Also, like I heard how they assassinated JFK, right? They already tried to smoke Trump. They already tried to smoke your boy once already. And from what I'm hearing, they still got it out for your boy Trump. It's just the shadow is like, there we go. They still got it out for your boy Trump. Can you imagine if they really tried to like honestly off Trump? Like for real? Because the little incident that they had already with him getting his ear, with Trump getting his ear hit, where? I want someone to tell me, where, if he got skin, right, his ear, you can take a deuce, let alone something that was shot far enough to reach you. Like a rifle round. But take a deuce, and let me skin. Take a 22 and let me skin the side of your ear with it. It's going to your ear up. If it hit you and cause you to bleed in any way, a deuce. Let me skin your ear with a deuce. And your ear is going to be fucked up. So tell me, anybody seeing Trump in any press conference, whatever, on stage, show me the wound to his ear. Your ear is not going to magically just heal itself. He's going to have some sort of divot, some sort of piece missing if it hit his ear. All right? And the show that they play, that they put on for the people, it's all a big stage. All a big stage. If you can't see what's going on, then it's like you can't force people to wake up. You can't. They're just going to have to stay. If they're not vibing in the same frequency you're vibing in, you can do all the talking in the world. Their bot brain is not going to let them look. It's going It's going to be some resistance. It's going to be, thank you for that, like the A. It's going to be some resistance, no matter if it's your family member, and hopefully it's not a person that you're intimate with, because I can't see how a person can be intimate with another person and they're not on the same frequency. Like people just dealing with each other just for the sake of having someone around. I'd rather be by myself then, if that's the case, than try to deal with someone that's not on the same frequency as me, because you're you're going to just aggravate your brain, your mental, your soul, trying to just deal with someone and y'all are not thinking the same way. I know women, when they open their legs up to whatever, the women start to act like the men that they're having intercourse with. And a lot of women be like, oh, well, why do body count? What do you mean, why do body count matters? The more you open your legs up, to more you're taking on all these males' energy. Your body is, your brain is tripping. That's why you don't open your legs up to just anybody, let alone you cheating and monkey branching off to the next. That's a whole nother that's a whole nother subject right there. But yes, body count matters. So opening your legs up to just any random person is, oh man, it's no good. It's a no no. It's a no no. Guys can smash you, hit real quick, and discard you just like that. And here you are now, I'm not gonna say biologically, but chemically attached to this dude, and he don't want nothing to do with your ass no more. That's why it's important. That's why you're not just supposed to just open your legs up to just anyone. But yeah, they're trying to tell you your boy got swacked in your boy Trump got swacked in his ear, and now it just automatically healed. There's nothing. There's no chip, no nothing. Take a deuce. Stand a couple of distances, and let me if I got the aim, let me graze your ear with the 22, and your ear is going to be fucked up. Your ear is going to be messed up. So they played on y'all psyche of Trump tried to get assassinated, and he got his ear grazed, and now all of a sudden nothing wrong with his ear. He's talking in front of the people. No divot, no, nothing's missing. Nothing's missing out of this man's ear. Nothing. And y'all seen the blood that they, oh, this stage is something else. AI is running rampant now. This Stargate project that they're doing, and they fenced to release Grok, the I guess the latest version of that in a couple of weeks. Elon Musk said like 4 or 5 weeks or something like that. So that's meant to be interesting. We're going to see how smart that is. But I wanted to speak on something, right? I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all know everything is frequency. Everything is frequency. What you eat, what you see, visual, and most definitely what you listen to, right? Most definitely what you listen to. So I happen to be scanning, you could call it doom scrolling or whatever, and I came across your boy, DDG. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? What are you doing, my man? Now, your boy DDG have a little baby. I think he may be like one, no older than 1 or 2, something like that. I don't know who DDG is. He a YouTuber, um, streamer, turn rapper, right? He make music. Now, I never listened to any of DDG songs, but I know EBA Youngboy say some way out shit. I don't listen to him either though. But that frequency, that music is very, very tainted. It's some devilish, demonic music. I don't know if DDG make demonic music, but that shit right there, that NBA Youngboy shit, all that drill music type shit, the music of today, period, anything to do with rapping, is very, very low frequency, very demonic. Now, look, I'm gonna show y'all something, right? Of him, your boy DDG, putting some headphones, on his little child and letting him listen to this burnt out ass music. What are you doing, my man? Check this out. No one's talking. No, I didn't hear anybody else cover this. No, I don't know if anybody paying attention to it. Maybe people don't care. But DDG, what are you doing, bruh? Turned up and I'm on. Say they want to smoke with me when I'm wrong. Say that I can't keep a bitch, but I ain't sleep alone. I ain't even pick this shit on vacate with my phone on. I'm on a whole nother level, I'm geeky. You think you fucking with me, boy, you tweaking. Ready for war, I just need me a reason. I'm getting. Hey, I'm really rich. Without you at home, I feel lonely. Call my phone, tell me. Get that shit that cause a massacre at the powder. I said right foot, creep, over, walking with that heel. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Get some back. You letting your little one listen to that trash shit. I don't have nothing against NBA Youngboy at all. The little baby was throwing the headphones off. Like, I don't even want to listen to my father music, but he kept that shit on. Like, it automatically tuned to the baby ears. Now, that could have just been a coincidence, like, because I know the baby probably could have just kept those on and was like, you know what? I'm going to just listen to this. But to me, that proves right there how frequency can affect even a little bitty baby. Now, DDG don't make, you see the difference of music from even a Youngboy to DDG? The music was totally different. The lyrics was totally different. Let's hear this one more time. Turned up and I'm on. Say they want to smoke with me when I'm wrong. Say that I can't keep a bitch, but I ain't sleep alone. I ain't even pick this shit on vacate with my phone on. I'm on a whole nother level, I'm geeky. You think you fucking with me, boy, you tweaking. Ready for war, I just need me a reason. I'm getting. Hey, I'm really rich. Without you at home, I feel lonely. Call my phone, tell me. Get that shit that cause a massacre at the powder. I said right foot, creep, over, walking with that heel. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. People like, that's just music. No. Soon as you put shit like that on your ears, even the grown folk ears, it will capture you just like that. They pray. They do demonic shit over this music. How do you think people be chanting this shit in big, large crowds? It's very important to what you listen to. Damn near more important than what you eat. The frequency, everything is frequency. It's Hertz. It's what you tune into. It captured that little boy brain like that. That 440 hertz shit, that low frequency shit, it captured that little baby brain immediately. Now look, you end up you end up growing up with little kids from a young age saying shit like this.
I'm looking for a home. Oh, what is that? Get now. I'm looking for a home. Oh, jeez.
That's how they attack them young. They attack the youth young. If you letting your little kid and look at the parent, the the parent, she's scratching her hand like a damn bozo, and your baby talking about he's looking for the hose. One thing that your baby should be, his parents should be keeping him far away from hoes as much as possible. As much as keeping him a aversion as much as possible. Let alone giving your sexual energy once he become a teenager to all these demonic ass females out here, all these Jezebels. People don't understand how important it is to protect your sex energy. I got a video of a guy saying this too, but protect your sex energy at all cost. I have experienced this shit personally. People will try to just literally use you for just because. You got to understand, men give out their sexual energy, females receive it, they get a boost, and men get tired. That's why not even some, but how dudes work, they don't really want to deal with the female after they bust a nut. They're like, ugh, get away. I'm off onto my next. Let alone the dude that retain like me, part of that half of that 1%, because probably that 1% not even really doing it right. Your boy is celibate. I don't mess with anything sexual at all. I most definitely preserve my mojo. Now look, check this out. Check this out.
Straight up, young blood, protect your DNA. You know what I'm saying? Protect your DNA at all costs. And condoms are not enough. This is a mental battle. You know what I'm saying? Stop craving that pussy so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. It's going to have you in a situation where you're going to be fucked up. You're going to be fucked all in the game. You know what I'm saying? If you don't protect your DNA. You know what I'm saying? At all costs. Do not believe her if she tell you she on birth control. Do not believe her if she tell you you the only one she dealing with. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't believe one word coming out of a woman's mouth. Me. No. You could trust them and go 50-50 if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You know, protect your DNA, young man, at all costs. To all men, all black men especially, who don't have children, protect your DNA. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious about this one. You know what I'm saying? Protect your DNA at all costs, dog. You know what I'm saying? Your DNA is the winning lotto ticket. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to look at your sperm cells. As the winning lotto ticket. You know what I'm saying? Don't give your ticket away. Don't lose your ticket. You know what I'm saying? Don't drop your ticket on the ground. For some, you feel me? I'm telling you, you know.
Real shit.
You don't protect your DNA, young man, you're going to be in a world of trouble dealing with these women in America. Because the law allows them to murder you. You feel me? The law allows them to do that. Just like the law allows them to murder children, the law allows them to murder men too. You feel me? You know, it's lawful in America. You know what I'm saying? For the friend of the court, a baby mama, and the rest of them to murder a man, to murder his ambition, to murder his will, to murder his income, to murder his relationship with his children. It's the law backs them here in America. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to protect your DNA. That's the main number one subject. 2025. Spread the word, brother. Protect your DNA, dude. I'm telling you. You chasing that booty. You chasing that booty, dog. You gonna be fucked in the game. I don't care how much money you got. You could be making $25 million a day, nigga. I don't give a fuck, dog. You gonna be fucked in the game if you don't protect your DNA.
Ooh, like a message to me from the gods themselves. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. There's females out there that would tell you anything to get that mojo, to get your energy from you, let alone some bullshit like money. I'm telling you, when that limerence wear off, females won't control. A lot of females won't control. They want to control you. Once they start to control you, I'm telling you, it's always something. It's always something. But you got to stay focused, though, no matter what you're doing. But they most definitely want to control you. And when they start to control you, they will discard your ass. They come across males that's real manly. Hey, I'm telling you, you gotta the way this matrix work. You gotta stay focused no matter what, because anything will throw you off. Anything. That's one thing I can respect people for, is getting their own spot, getting their own shit, because you gotta have quiet when there's always distractions and noise around you. Oh man, you would get thrown off. Me, I get thrown off very easy. I like to have my focus. That's why I always talk with headphones on for the most part sometimes. But hey, that's how you get the youth. That's how you get the youth. They get the youth very young. Very young. Sorry for the malarkey shit you hear in the background. But they get the youth very young. Very young. And if you're not, let me let y'all dudes hear something about this female that speaks some real. I don't know her name, but she speaks some realness about how dudes get ganked for their mojo very easy. Hear this out, because there's some game for your ass.
Jack your dick and get one off. And then see if you really still want to go over there and fuck. Because it's a lot of y'all, you fuck too easy, bro. You fuck, and I'm telling you this from a real nigga space. You fuck too easy. You fuck the wrong bitches too easy. And before you know that the bitch a demon, you already done nutted in her. And I'm talking about nutted in her wrong. So now you got children with a motherfucking demon. This bitch don't care nothing about the kids or you while caring for the kids and fucking you. So any minute, them babies gonna be used as pawns to play with your ass. And this is when you gonna see your mental health get tested, my nigga. And then when you make a decision that's best for your mental health, it's probably going to be opposite of what's best for those children, but it's a safe space for your mind. Now you at a crosswords where it's shifty, right? This is when that real nigga mode got to set in. Can you stand 10 toes on the decision that you make? If you walk away, can you stand 10 toes on the decision that you made and accept that that bitch gonna call you a deadbeat for the rest of your life, and your kid is probably gonna be affected heavily in a negative way by you choosing your mental health in that moment? These are the choices that niggas is faced with when they fuck too easy on a motherfucking demon. And I'm gonna tell you niggas something. These demons look good, boy. They look good, boy. They go to the DR, they go down to Miami, Florida, they get their body done, they had them titties sitting up right, ass be fat, waist be little, Instagram followers.
They be bad. They be bad. Lust. Lust is very, very hard to control when it comes to being a being. Lust, you can, for food, a certain type of music, sex, alcohol, some sort of substance. Lust is very hard to control if you don't have the mind power to resist that shit. And we not even finished to get into the malarkey, PORN. That right there, when you're just relaxing and something know you're relaxing and was like, you know what? I'm about to jump on his back, or I'm about to jump on her back. I'm about to get her horny so she can just, oh, the demons is always on you. The demons is always on you. Want you. The demons want you to cheat on someone that care for you. They want you to look, oh, this person have more money than the one I'm already with. Let me go monkey branch off to that one. That's how these demons work. They will latch themselves onto you, let alone you already talking to or dealing with a narcissist or an undercover narc. People do not be knowing who they're dealing with at all. But that sexual lust will get you. Yes, it will. If you don't have the mental power, that sexual lust will get your ass. And men, I wouldn't even, they say women is emotional and man is mostly visual, right? But from what I've been seeing, women are most definitely visual too. They will stare at you, but when you lock eyes with them, they will look away. But if a woman lock eyes with you and keep locking eyes with you, because the eyes are the window to the soul. So if you lock onto a woman's eyes and she lock onto you, oh, she's telling you right there, no words have to be spoken. I want you. I'm attracted to you in some sort of way. Your aura, your energy is pulling me towards you. I didn't have females stare at me for a while, bruh. And I'm like in my head just looking like, whew, she's gorgeous. Walk away. Don't even go talk to her. Me even looking at her, I'm mentally giving my energy towards her. Even if I just go over there and verbally conversate with her, I'm giving her attention. I'm giving her energy I don't even want to give off. You got to understand and understand and overstand all type of how this place works. And a lot of y'all are already going to a 9-to-5 job that if you had a choice to still get that pay, whatever money you're making, would you still want to go to that 9-to-5 job? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. No. If you can just get that pay just doing whatever you want, you wouldn't even go to that place. You're only dealing with that place to get a paycheck. Pure point blank. You see so many people in comments talking about if robots and AI take our jobs, then who's gonna buy the products? It's like they don't even know what UBI, like it's like they never even heard of universal basic income. Like what do you, they're gonna give people a piece of the compute. They're already phasing out the money system already. Probably a little bit sooner than what people was expecting, because they're already killing the coins. They're already in the process of killing the coins already. And we don't use no dollars. For the most part, we don't use no dollars. Some people, I don't even want to jump into that right now, but matter of fact, yes, we are going to jump into that. We are going to jump into that. But they're phasing the money system out already. But I want y'all to hear something. Listen to this when it comes to music. If y'all thought I was joking, and how important it is. We're going to bounce back.
What was that, Taylor? What was that, Taylor? We make music for a purpose.
It is music that by even the act of listening to it, you are participating in a satanic ritual.
Okay, Swifties, we all know by now that Zena LeVay, you know, the Satanists, but you heard what they were talking about. They said by even listening to the music, you partake in a satanic ritual. You ever heard of a rap sigil? Listen.
It's a thing where they, one, murder somebody, two, record the murder, three, chop the audio up and sample it, and return to the scene and rap where they murder somebody at. They put it on a mixtape, and that creates a sigil. They sell the mixtape, people listen to it, and boom, the sigil is charged, and they make a lot of profit from it.
Is this what Lil Uzi Vert was talking about at his concert?
Obviously, all y'all is going to hell, right with me. So, you heard the song a million times, and you didn't even know. That's up, but I still love.
It's crazy, because now the lyrics are starting to make sense. I don't really care if you cry. I just know you should have never lied. She said she's not afraid to die. Just a stretch. Now, one of the most well-known examples of this is from this song, Bad Things by Cults. In the background of this song is actually the infamous last speech of Jim Jones. You know, the cult leader who poisoned his entire cult. At certain points of the song, you can actually hear screams from the children in the cult. Scroll if you don't want to hear it. Now, J. Cole went on to sample this song and use it. Now, he claims that he had no knowledge of this, but it's too late now. Who knows the amount of songs that we've listened to, not knowing the true meaning? What?
I don't fuck with no new niggas, they like to sue no room.
And people just be listening to all of this terrible frequency. Your favorite artists, they pray, they put spells over their music that y'all listen to. And DDG, you're letting your little baby listen to this garbage? Depends on what ancestors was protecting the little man. You probably let some demons in your child just like that. Because the little man don't know how to control what he listens to. And you're putting focused headphones on a little child, letting them listen to some shitty ass music. Let alone what you made. You're putting some NBA Youngboy. No, nothing against NBA Youngboy. But we know what type of music NBA Youngboy makes. You're putting that shit over your child ears. What are you doing, man? I haven't heard no one say anything about this because why? Other people are bots, let alone to cover it or seen something like that. DDG followers is not finna say nothing to him. They're all sheep themselves. Straight up. Straight up, right? Thank you, 420. Crazy. Crazy. You don't put, that's like giving a 5-year-old a cock loaded deuce and tell them to go play with it. I'm pretty sure no one in DDG chat, let me get that right, DDG chat room said anything about that. They're so botted out into the damn matrix of saying whatever they're saying, letting the little one listen to that trash ass music. Not over like house speakers or through the house. No, we're talking about hyper focus with some headphones. The little kid can't. No, the little kid have no choice but to hear this. You're hyper tuning this frequency. Ain't no telling what this frequency was even at. They say it's what recorded at 444, right? Well, like the music used to be recorded at 443. Tone. Everything is tone. This whole place, this desk, this all this shit is to a certain frequency. It vibrate at a certain frequency. Tone is everything. It gets you into music. So I kind of wouldn't call it that, it was just a coincidence. The kid left it on right when he put NBA Youngboy song. No. He didn't take those headphones off because the frequency captured him already. People take this life as a joke. The stuff you hear, wands, Hollywood. Wands are made from Hollywood, made from the holly tree. Dragons, elk, all that shit is real. People just think this shit is just a fairy tale. It's no fairy tale, Tiny Tim. It's not. It's no fairy tale. I tell y'all. Hey, the lights and what's going on. People better get prepared for sure. Because when this turns off, it's going to be one scary time. And a lot of people have no clue. I can come in this camera and speak and speak to y'all till I'm blue in the face. But people's going to have to experience this shit themselves. Even me. Now look, you got people like this, right? Check me out. We're gonna watch a person called Richie from Boston. I understand he's, when the grid goes down, they're pushing people to buy gold, right? To buy silver and all this. Copper's getting stolen. Vegas got shut down not too long ago because people was stealing copper from somewhere, and it shut the whole strip down. No one's talking about that shit. But check this out.
Judge are employed by the same federal agency. I hate to break it to you, but if you want to be awake, you need to be awake. And apparently the truth is something people absolutely hate.
I make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you.
And millions have put their trust in Donald Trump. They somehow think he's here to save the country. And yet, the first thing he does is go to the inaugural prayer service with a gay female bishop. Now, if you know your Bible, you know your Bible. Everything about this particular person standing right here is 110% wrong. And I know 110% isn't right. Maybe Elon Musk will release Doge upon me and fix my percentage rates. And speaking of that, since Trump has been in office, inflation has gone up 3%. Just so you know. But he did send $500 billion instantaneously to the richest people on earth. The people with the top 1% with the most wealth on earth. As soon as Trump got into office, he broke them off $500 billion right off the rip. What are you going to do? Didn't do anything about groceries, didn't do anything about rent, didn't do anything about gas prices, didn't do anything about eggs, milk, anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
But let's take a look at what Trump thinks of religion, because this person right here literally is his spiritual advisor. This is the spiritual advisor of the White House and Donald Trump. So this is Paula White, and I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to speed it up. You're going to hear it right from her own mouth. And whatever is going on the stage, I don't understand it, but it's whatever. You'll see.
Strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear...
Let me pause that. Richie from Boston, he's religious. He's a Christian. Now, to me, religion don't do anything but divide people. That shit don't bring people together. I'm all for the Most High. For the Most High. It don't have a color. It's not white. It's not brown. It's not yellow. It don't have a name. But us, whatever humans, beings, have called this God. That's the name that we have called it, right? It's just the higher up. It's the source of all creation. Where this name God even come from, I don't know. I just use this name God to let other beings know what I'm talking about, to let them know I understand the higher source. But it's just a higher source. In religion, we see what real Christianity is about when it comes just to Christians alone. How they used to impale women in their vagina, like Vlad the Impaler used to do, for not getting down with Christianity. They used to impale females through their vagina if you didn't get down with Christianity. But no one never want to speak about the real the real shit. No one never want to speak about that though. People just move past that. No, move past the source of the shit that they preach, let alone trying to own something in this reality. We're going to get to that real soon. My boy Nate, I'm about to throw a video on y'all ass to let y'all, to get y'all to comprehend, because the way he put it is just too much fire. And I don't even use that term. But let's get back to Richie from Boston, because I understand he's positive too, but even he's lost, because when the power goes out, people are going to turn into straight, the real deal nature of a human being is going to come out.
A sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, 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 victory in the corridors of heaven. In the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Amanda aka ata raka deda baka sanda ada ambo osa kata rite eke. For angels have even dispatched
Hear this shit?
Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of...
From Africa right now. And if you read the Bible, if you have read the Bible and really understand, that's not written for something of my color. No. Don't you know the Ku Klux Klan, the people that be behind Aleister Crowley, that indulge in his practices, they use that Bible literally against people of my color. Literally. They shame things of my color in that Bible. Literally. But the people that try to be positive, like Richie from Boston here, they ignore the real shit though, but try to preach positivity and don't even know what they're preaching.
Jesus from South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound.
Okay, once again, this woman is a pastor or a preacher, and she is heavily into not spirit cooking, but prosperity preaching. You see what I'm saying? And if she knew the Bible at all enough to be a preacher, she would know that she cannot be a preacher. And that just blows me away. And that lady right there, that is what an absolute demonically enhanced lunatic looks like, pretending to speak in tongues. Meanwhile, some dude in shorts and some kid that looks like a bum from college is just wandering around on the stage looking at a book holding a piece of cloth. I find it really, really strange. And this lady's antics go on and on and on. And Trump picking her makes Christians look stupid. Trump picking her makes Christians understand Trump doesn't know anything about Christianity. And he wouldn't. Why wouldn't?
And obviously you don't either, my man. Obviously a lot of y'all don't. A lot, because if you really knew about Christianity, you wouldn't push that shit at all.
Would he? Trump doesn't care about Christians. Christians are the #1 persecuted religion in America right now. You say anything about God, you are smitten. You mention God in a video, the video's demonetized or taken down or struck or shadow banned or things of that nature.
No, it's
the
not.
first thing Trump did besides giving $500 billion? We're going to beat the national debt. The second he gets in office, he spends $500 billion. But what was the other thing that he did? Did he sign anything to save Christians, to keep Christians safe, to allow Christians to speak as they want and not have the fear of being ridiculed, arrested, or something? Let's take a look. So in 2019, Trump signed an executive order aimed at combating anti-Semitism on college.
We ain't finna go through this. This 22 minutes long. Now, he wants you, we can get to a point. He wants you to buy gold, right? Trading. Let's see if we can find this the specific area.
Again, but it's absolutely crazy, man. Happening in Gaza, world order to be taking advantage of you. Government is to protect people from corporations, banks, and other countries invading our borders, and yet we just found out that they've spent, I told you they did this, hundreds of millions of dollars flying immigrants in and then putting them up at hotels. And now you've got Doge coming out, and people are like, Doge is exposing everything. Doge is a distraction to keep you busy while Trump keeps signing things that are absolutely anti-American and are going to kill you in the long run, if you don't get the mark. And why would I even talk about the mark? Well, because of this.
What's the sense in the penny? It's
Listen.
the penny resurfacing yet again in D.C. President Trump posting on Truth Social saying he's directing the Treasury to stop minting new pennies because they cost more than a cent to make. So is the move penny wise or pound foolish? People have been trying to get rid of the copper coins, now mostly made of zinc, by the way, for decades. That's because it costs a pretty penny to make a penny. Trump isn't the first president to consider axing the coin. President Obama floated scrapping the penny 12 years ago.
Anytime we're spending more money on something that people don't actually use, that's an example of something we should probably change.
But the administration wasn't able to execute on the cuts.
You just get all these objections. You know, what happens to Lincoln's face that is on this? What about the states we're buying the copper from? How do they update the cash registers? And I confess, and I'm not proud of it, that eventually I just got worn down.
Nowadays, the U.S. Mint says making each penny costs more than 3.5 cents, and that when you add them all up, it equals a more than $85 million loss for the federal government in 2024. Other countries have already rid themselves of their pennies. Canada discontinued theirs more than a decade ago. Australia and New Zealand nixed theirs back in the 90s. Some are passionate about their pennies. The pro-penny group Americans for Common Sense, yes, with a C, is run by Mark Weller, a lobbyist for the zinc industry. Its website cites reasons for seeing the other side of the coin, pointing out the penny's usefulness in charity donations and concerns that losing the 1-cent coin would cause merchants to round up to the nearest nickel, raising prices on consumers who pay with cash.
The trend in other countries suggested to us that it would be a good idea to get rid of the penny, that it just was not at all necessary. Lots of countries do without them and do just fine.
So here you go. Donald Trump has everybody behind them because Doge is completely distracting everybody. They're pulling up ridiculous things like hamsters on steroids wrestling. They're studying hamsters on steroids wrestling. This isn't real. These things aren't real. They're not showing you the real deal. They're showing you some atrocious things to get people absolutely, completely outraged. But
because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on.
USAID gave money to a transgender clinic in India.
$6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan.
$122 million of that to groups aligned with foreign terrorist organizations.
$47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap.
I'm going to show you this right now. Get your money out of the bank. And I'm going to show you right after this exactly why.
Hold up.
It's worse than the digital dollar, what I'm going to show you.
Hold up.
But get your money out of the bank. Turn your 401k or your IRA, or at least half of them, into gold and silver. And when
Now, I understand what he's trying to say. Get your money out of the bank. We're not done with that. Get your money out of the bank. What do you mean, get your money out of the bank? Huh? When they cut this off, they don't have to bomb this place. We're already at war. The end game is artificial intelligence. People think, and people like him, think you're still going to be, when this shit crash, thinking this money shit is going to be, people's going to start trading. No, it's not going to work like that, Tiny Tim. People think, oh, we can just start trading again. We can just start, what's that word? Barter, the barter system. Just say trading, right? You got something I want and vice versa. Give me that, I give you this. Bam. The concept of owning something. Don't spend your time going to get some fucking gold, some silver, some platinum, some paper money out of the bank that's not going to mean absolutely shit. You better go use your credit cards. Go use your bank cards to go buy some canned foods and some bullets. Things that's going to help you survive. Not no fucking running to no stupid ass bank. Well, you can run to the bank now while the system is up to use that cash money to go buy some stuff. But not, when all this shit is starting to hit the fan. AI, artificial intelligence, ain't going to care about any of that shit. Any of that. Let alone you having this concept in your head. Thinking you can own something. You don't even own the shirt on your back. I'm about to let Nate give it to y'all like no other. And we're going to get through it. We're going to sit through this video. And hopefully, it gets through your head. All right? It's not that long. But we're going to let Richie from Boston say a little bit more. And then we're going to get into this video from my boy, Canadian motherfucking Prep.
when you do this, make sure you don't just get gold ounces or gold plates.
Bullshit.
Get gold quarters, gold dimes, gold nickels.
Don't waste your
smaller
time on that shit.
So that you can trade. Because if you plan on remaining till the end, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get the mark or not.
What do you mean get the mark or not? It's their system. If you don't comply, he think that, just because he's not going to comply to like their chip or their hand scan or whatever, people are just going to start trading. That's a false that's a false reality, my man. No one is finna to just start trading again. No, it's not finna go back to that. Okay? That gold, that silver is going to be fucking, that gold and silver is going to be fucking useless. If anything, you better try to get that now while the system is still up. And then go take that pointless ass cash money that you can wipe your ass with and go buy something that's useful. A whole lot of these 10 friends that run much faster than you do. Go buy some of these and some canned foods. That gold and paper shit is not going to do you no good. These bad boys in all shapes and sizes. All shape and sizes. Go get those. That other shit, use it now while the grid is up.
What I mean? These guys know exactly what they're doing, and Trump is literally doing it, and he will have the backing, unlike everybody else. Obama couldn't get away with it. Do you remember the minute that they pulled the pandemic, the first thing they tried to push through Congress? We're in a worldwide lockdown. The entire country is locked down. Nobody goes to work. Nobody goes to school. Nobody does anything. Worldwide pandemic. Quickly, they tried to push the digital dollar through. You remember that? And it didn't pass. But now, with Trump's support, it will absolutely pass. And as soon as they get rid of the penny, they're going to say, get rid of the nickel, because making the nickel and the dime and the quarter cost more than making the penny. Because I told you this. I've told you this for years. None of them they used to be made out of copper.
Yeah.
Copper, nickel, silver, and gold. Now they're made out of zinc,
Bullshit
zinc and zinc.
Yeah.
That's it. They're worthless. They took everything of value out of this country, and right now, you're going to see exactly why. You know what I'm saying? Get your money out of the bank. I can't stress this enough.
He think just because, I don't know, maybe some people going to wait too long to get their money out of the bank, aka a bank run. But the system is going to already been failed by then. And that shit is not going to mean anything. So the money that you do have on you, hopefully people are still taking that shit. Now I'm about to let my boy Nate knock y'all socks off and get y'all to comprehend of the real deal. Hopefully your attention span can withstand the process. Remove that.
At US Bank, when we
You ready?
celebrate with you,
I don't think y'all ready for this.
not just for the good stuff, but for all the heart.
All right, guys. So today got another philosophical video for you. Sort of. It's somewhat philosophical, but it's also somewhat rooted.
This the
in
old
realism of a
Canadian prep.
post-collapse environment. When we talk about the post-collapse environment, we're talking about a theoretical scenario where, for whatever reason, the grid goes down, the power goes out for a prolonged period of time, the system collapses, there's nobody to enforce the rule of law, and it's basically every man for himself. What I want to talk about is the illusion of possession. Now, as preppers, most of us are of the persuasion that if we put aside provisions, that they're going to be ours after a crap hits the fan situation. Now, most of us, like myself, know that possession is basically 9/10 of the law. What that means is that essentially something is only yours if it's in your possession. So it means a lot of things, and we'll break down that quote later on in the video. Now, what this boils down to is this: in the absence of protection from the bureaucracy, which is the police, you're not going to have anybody to essentially enforce the laws if somebody comes and steals your stuff or kills you and takes your stuff. Now, there's two ways to explore the issue of possession. One is from a legal standpoint, meaning that we have these social contracts that we enter. The more society evolves, the more and more social contracts there are, the more intricate and sophisticated these contracts we have with one another are. To such an extent that if you steal my private property, you know that there are potential legal consequences for doing so. Hence, you go to jail. There's also a philosophical thing here, and that's that you can't really, truly possess anything. And I don't mean this just in an abstract sense. Think about this for a second. Everything in your life, whether it's your house, your car, these things are all impermanent. These things are all transient possessions that you don't have, you hold. This is the key lesson I want people to learn here, is that
You don't have. You hold on to these things. Get it?
you don't have anything. You hold on to things. And because of the sophisticated social constructs that we've created as a civilization, some people have been permitted to hold on to a whole lot. All of those billionaires in their big mansions, God bless their success. And I guess they're one part lucky. They're perhaps one part shrewd businessmen. A variety of things. I'm not talking about how they got there, but the fact is that they hold quite a bit of stuff because society as a whole has agreed for them to have that stuff. Now, in a without rule of law situation, a lot of those billionaires would not be able to hold on to that stuff unless they had private armies who they could persuade not to basically overtake them and take their stuff. This is perhaps why people like Richard Branson have their own personal island.
And Sam
This is
Altman.
perhaps why
Bill Gates.
we learned that many billionaires have their own contingency plans for potentialities like World War III. These are very real things, and for them, it's not much to put aside $1 million or $2 in order to create some bunker somewhere far away where no one is going to have access to it and where they might have provisions to see them through the deepest, darkest times of the post-apocalyptic world. But the fact is, anything external to your body, even the clothes that you're wearing, are not really yours. Well, there's this real illusion of possession in Western society. And it's this materialistic pursuit. It's worked itself out into a lot of mental
Get him, Nate. Get him.
health disorders. Hoarding is probably the most extreme form of this. But consumerism itself has created, I think, in a very background, unconscious sort of way, in a very non-direct sort of way, it's created a lot of the problems, a lot of the depression, a lot of the mental health issues that we see manifesting in our society today. Now, this isn't all wishy-washy. All of the stuff that you have in your dwelling, you think you own. Here's case in point. The universe is trillions, billions of years old, as far as we know. If there's a multiverse, that means that there's infinite amounts of universes that we can't see, then perhaps it's trillions of years old. Your lifespan, in comparison to that, is so small. Everything that you own is transient. You don't own anything. The idea that you can own something is one of the most
Looniest
logical
fucking
fallacies
things ever.
of mankind, perhaps, that we can actually own something. We can hold on to things.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Just like you got these people online, like the Indians, talking about this is our land. Let me tell y'all something, Indians. Y'all so-called land that y'all thought y'all owned. Y'all didn't own shit. It was taken from y'all, from another race. You can't own no damn land. Get this through your head. Another race seen y'all and wanted your area and murdered y'all. And also had some of your own kind flip on y'all to sell y'all out for whatever reason. Women, your knowledge, your items that y'all had, talking about y'all land. That wasn't y'all land. No one can own land. I don't care how much so-called money you have. You can't own land. Get that shit through your head. Human beings. Even the little shit that's on your body, you don't own. You hold on to this shit. And I realized this myself when I got 2 cars stolen from me that I thought was mine. Just vehicles, let alone anything else. And that was a brain check to my personal experience in this reality. Shit can get taken from you. You don't own it. All right? It's going to be up to you to fight to get your stuff back. Let alone you trying to call the police. Give me a break. Get him, Nate.
Can hold things near us within a domain that we can legally call our own, but we don't really own it. And see, the Native Americans, they innately perhaps knew this, or perhaps it just wasn't in their nature to want to create a society built around private property. Now, I'm not knocking private property. I don't want to come off as some sort of rambling socialist or anything like that. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to understand the impermanence of possession. And why this is important in a practical sense is because in a crap hits the fan situation, a lot of people are going to think that the rules of the old game are still being played. And a lot of people are just...
And it's not going to be played at all. Don't you know when this go out, you're going to have people waiting around like this. My internet not on. I can't get on Roblox. I can't get on Call of Duty. While other people is cutting it on like, I know exactly what's happening. If you ever lose power in your house, you better run whenever. You better run outside and look down the street and see how many stoplights is out. If you ever lose electricity and your phone is not working, your TV is not working, run outside and look at the lights. Look at the street lights. Look down and see how many, if there's lights out far as you can see, something happened. Ain't no telling. What happened? A nuclear EMP may have went off and the shit is really has hit the fan. You're going to start seeing cars crash. Planes fall out the sky if we have been EMP'd. Trust me, you better be able to turn it on. And I don't know, well, I know y'all don't know about this, but you better be able to turn it on. Because if you can't turn it on and you still worrying about the old ways of this mindset that you have while the grid is up right now, Netflix, going to the gym, taking a nice hot shower, flushing your toilet, all that shit is going out the window when the lights go off. You, let alone you jumping back on the internet, even if your family is in the next city, they might as well be on the moon because you're never seeing them again. You're never seeing them again at all. That's, people think they're finna just be able to just jump in their cars and just, no. That's not happening. Let alone if your car even work. That's not happening, Tiny Tim.
Just gonna presume that they have possession of something, when the reality is, if there's no social system, nothing technically is yours. Without any fear of repercussions and consequences, without a legal system, jails, police, yada yada yada, you only really own what you can defend. So when you see me reviewing all this really cool technology and gear on the channel, which I love, I think it's great that we continue to push the envelope with technologies that make our lives easier. It's not all about selling things for doom and gloom. It's about cool stuff that gets us excited. And that's okay. But I don't kid myself into thinking that just because, I might own a homestead somewhere, which I don't, that somehow I'm going to go there when the crap hits the fan and I'm going to be able to just say, hey, this is mine, stay off my property. I think a lot of people haven't considered truly what a without rule of law situation is. There's no...
They have no fucking clue. You people have no, I don't even know, but I know it's scary. And I know I'm gonna have to turn it on. And when I mean turn it on, that means this personality that y'all see, this mindset, is going bye-bye. And it's never coming back. Because you're going to have to be one ruthless ass person. Ruthless. Almost being the devil yourself. Because people is going to try to kill you at all costs. Because they're going to want something that you have. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be thirsty. They're going to be cold. They are going to try to off you. Let alone people not being able to just jump on their cell phone, going mentally ill because they can't get back on the internet. They can't watch their TV. Do you know how many people mentally is going to be mentally fucked off because they can't use the internet no more? And being EMP'd because we're at World War III. We're in it right now. Why do you think all this shit is going on? We're in it right now.
Repercussions necessarily. Now, if there is an excessive rule of law situation, possession is indeed 9/10 of the law. Basically, what that quote means is that, let's say you're out at a cabin somewhere and the grid has collapsed, okay? And there's some order that remains. Maybe it's like an excessive rule of law scenario where there's not enough resources to police society in the way we do now, but there's still some small fractional government of sorts.
Pause right there. And also, not too long ago, they say in Texas, in a lot of areas too, the police is not even responding to a lot of the crimes. You're going to have to deal with that yourself. Let me say that again. The police is not responding to the normal crimes, no matter how petty they may be, or some may be in the mid tier. They're not responding to them. You're going to have to deal with those yourself. So you better arm up all around the cities.
If you are in a cabin which isn't yours, then the burden of proof falls on the person who is not in that cabin at that point in time to prove that that is their cabin. The same thing holds true with the shirt you're wearing. The burden of proof falls on someone else to say that that's not yours. That's the whole idea behind possession, is 9/10 of the law. So if you have no proof of ownership, which we've already said is illusory in the philosophical sense, but unfortunately here in this objective, socially constructed reality that we've all agreed upon, it is very real and it has very real consequences on our lives. So we're going to roll with that. If you cannot prove to the powers that be at that time, hopefully they're semi-legitimate and acknowledge the pink slip in the first place, and they're not some sort of post-apocalyptic warlord like a Negan type person who basically just extorts the hell out of your community and forces you to work for him, which could happen if the government collapsed entirely. In fact, It's not that it could happen, it's that it will happen. I've made several videos about why that will be the case. I guess the point I'm trying to make right now is that you can have all the preps you want right now, but if you don't have the means to defend yourself when the crap hits the fan, and I know there's a lot of fence sitters who are perhaps even anti-gun, or maybe not anti-gun, but just not as pro-gun as some of the more extreme pro-gun folks. Remember that the burden falls on you then, not only to discern if it's a legitimate, full-blown Mad Max without rule of law situation, because remember, that sort of hesitation is probably going to get a lot of people killed in that sort of scenario. Just thinking that, oh, I better not defend myself and I better abide by existing laws because when the system comes back, I don't want to have the book thrown at me. Now, I'm not saying do anything against the law. I'm saying that the burden of making that decision falls on you. So you have to decide whether using lethal force to protect yourself. Now, to Americans, this concept is foreign, but in Canada, we have laws that we have to deal with when we talk about protecting ourselves with lethal force. I'm not going to get into the details. It's pretty silly. We can pretty much own almost every type of gun that Americans own. Unfortunately, we can't use them for anything other than hunting and target shooting. Pretty much for the most part. There are some loopholes in that which allow you to use it for self-defense if you feel that your life is threatened and if you can prove your life is threatened. So the burden then for the Canadian is twofold, because we now have to use our judgment to discern whether our life is indeed threatened, whether there's going to be repercussions for doing this, and whether you can do it in the first place, whether you're capable, whether you have the training, whether you have the arsenal in order to protect what you hold, because you have nothing. Possession is an illusion. You can only take to your grave your rotting carcass. That's it. You can't take anything to your grave but your memories, your experiences, your secrets.
Say that wasn't the truth. Say that wasn't the truth. Now, no matter if it's an EMP, a bomb, something, people losing their slave jobs, anything in that sort, right? I said this before. There's going to be a very, very massive casualty loss of life on this place. That these rich people that's in the know, they know this. They know this. It's going to be a catastrophic loss of life on this place that they are preparing for. War and all this shit boils down to artificial intelligence. When this happens, they're going to, let alone get that, oh, I'm getting replaced, my job. Get that shit out of your head. They're not even the ones that's controlling this shit. Elon Musk, the Sam Altmans, and all the other big tech, they do not care about no damn job. Your average person will bring that stupid shit up. Those people, that shit is irrelevant to them. They don't care about no fucking, they don't care about no damn job. That's the least thing they're worrying about, is making this currency shit. They don't care about that. People talking about, you're going to have to pry my gun from my cold dead fingers. Come over here and I'm going to shoot you. I never lived in no lawless society, but I can only imagine how it would be. People don't have a clue. In the first 6 months, probably 60% of the population is going to be wiped out. And they're going to replace those people with what? You seen that? Let me show you again. There's nothing you can do against that. Nothing you can do against that. And right now, I posted a video on Grand Thumb that somebody should buy a robot and see how effective it is against bullets. Because there's going to be people trying to defend themselves against those things right there. Check this out. The same thing. They show you in the films. They show you in the films first before they do it to you. The same shit that we're seeing in the films. The Matrix itself, the film The Matrix, is in The Matrix and the Terminator, and they say those two are linked to each other. Those two films are the most important films that have ever been made in human reality. Facts. There's going to be a very, very big loss of life, and they're going to replace those souls with artificial intelligence. That's exactly what they're going to do. Listen to this guy. If you have never ever seen Idiocracy, go watch that film. But I want you to pay attention to what you're finna view right now. Because you got the left Trump, 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 Trump. Or right, Trump, 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 Trump. The left, Kamala, Kamala, Kamara. Or the right, Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. Clown show over here, clown show over here. And y'all seen who got selected, not elected.
President of the United States is fucking lying. Truth is, I think his whole administration has completely lost their fucking mind. And I think we're all gonna die.
Let's hear that one more time.
President of the United States is fucking lying. Truth is, I think his whole administration has completely lost their fucking mind. And I think we're all gonna die. President of the United States is...
They put it right in front of y'all face. But give them bread and circus, and they will never rebel. Give them bread and circus. Keep them distracted. Keep them occupied, and they will never rebel, ever. Whew. Protect your energy. Protect your energy on this place at all costs. While the grid is up right now, make sure you use your little currency, your digital currency, your credit card. Wipe that shit out. Go buy something that's important. Bullets, canned goods, bottle of water, because that's the real currency. Because when the grid goes down, you going to a bank and trying to get some paper money out, it's going to be a death sentence. I still got to make that video of the people that be doing all this evil stuff in this reality, all this trafficking that's really going down. Yeah. The ones that really runs the world. But thank you for messing with me. This your boy, Mono Rico, S.I. Rico. Rate, comment, and sub. Push the light. Always push the light. Stay focused. Stay grounded. And go get some sunlight. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Love y'all. Peace.